sound good? And you will be here in my arms.
It's delayed, so.
Oh. Thought. Or we're going to see Blink-182. Tonight will be the night. All right, guys. It's Throw It Out There Thursday. And we have been off for quite some time. Been very busy with some new stuff, new products, new locations, and a bunch of other cool things. But in order to talk about all that cool stuff, we got to go over to Justin Smith.
Well, thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate it. Hey, guys, we apologize. We haven't been around a little bit. We were in North Carolina setting things up for about a week, and then King of the Hammers took another week out of us, and then me being a little bit lazy, not doing anything on Tuesday. So a combination of all three, but thanks for tuning in. So if you guys call in or ask us what your questions are, we will get to them. But if there aren't any, then we're going to fill this whole Thursday up with new products that we've got laying around here. Right, Steve?
Boom! New products.
There it is. And so if you guys don't want this to be some big ad, then ask some questions, and we'll break it up with that kind of stuff. So speaking of new locations, there's stuff behind me, right, Steve?
Yes, there is. And where's that stuff going, Justin?
You tell everybody, Steve.
Everybody, this stuff is going to North Carolina.
So shipping is always busy, but shipping is extremely busy right now trying to move about 25% of our inventory out to the new location in North Carolina. It is actually in Huntersville. We'll hold back on the address for public until we've actually got everything dialed in over there. We've got about 4 or 5 people that are working really, really hard over there trying to get the showroom set up and inventory dialed in, pallet racking, new equipment, electrical wiring to get everything done, setting up a shipping department, all of that stuff. So it's going to be a location that's a duplicate to what we do here. So full UTV service, rebuilds, tuning, all products installation, everything done out there. And it's also a location that will be shipping website orders. So if you live on if you live on the East Coast, then you're going to save a ton of shipping when you buy stuff from the website because it's going to ship right out of North Carolina straight to you. So it's a lot quicker. Might save as much as 2 days in shipping and cut the cost in half. That's kind of our goal with that. So busy out there for a little while, and the guys in shipping are going to be busy doing this. I think Dave said that they're loading up a semi-truck every single day for about 2 weeks. Is that right, Dave? About
2 today, actually.
Great job, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, 2 semi-loads today, and pretty much on average 1 a day for the next 2 weeks trying to get everything out there. So it's a lot to do. But, well, I digress. We can move on. A load a day, Steve? Is that what
Big loads, yes.
loads.
Big, giant loads going out to North Carolina, guys.
Steve got excited. For sure. Let's check out the shop today. We got kind of a pretty good mix of vehicles. Lots of different stuff. Sometimes we get a whole day where it's just nothing but Pro Rs, and today's the opposite of that. We've got a little bit of everything. On the far end over there, we've got the new Kawasaki 4-seater, doing some testing on that. We have spring kits, internal valving, a whole bunch of other products that we're developing on this one. They'll be available to you guys very, very soon.
That's
Mitch,
one
you're
of the
kind
new
of
products,
knee deep into that one, right?
Yep, that is one of the new products.
You have more, though.
Well, yes, we do. But we have the KRX that is a non-live valve that is going to be available probably today, tomorrow. And then we have a KRX 4-seat live valve that is up on the site right now, ready to go. That was released last week. So all you guys asking for 4-seat KRXs,
We got you.
we got you.
You have some other stuff over in your little test area right now.
We do.
You want to show everybody what you got?
Yeah, we can. We can go over that. So pretty excited for this. This is kind of just a little setup, I guess, of
Example of some of your spring kits.
So this is basically all of the Ranger / Defender spring kits that are going to work for factory shocks on those vehicles. What's cool about these is we get you guys the correct spring rate for whatever you're carrying, also giving you adjustability with our preload adjustment. I know these have factory adjustments, but you're getting way more with our setup.
You've got detail, right? Because
Detail,
the factory
yeah.
one is 1/4 inch or more at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe as much as 1/2 inch at a time.
So your fine-tune adjustments are much more, if you will.
Exactly.
If you're adding a ton of weight to the rear, if you're going hunting or carrying whatever in the bed of the vehicle, this allows you guys to set it up with the spring kit that we offer for you guys. So what's really cool about this is we covered basically every single model. So You have a 2.5-inch shock, you have a 2-inch shock, and then you have a 3-inch shock as well. So we have spring kits for every single one of those at this point.
One more time, which models are you dialed in over there?
Polaris Ranger, basically all the Rangers from 2017 to present. And then Defenders are coming, I would say, early next week. We're going to release all of that stuff. That is also going to cover around the same years of all the HD7s, HD8s, HD9s, and HD10s.
So spring kit with all the billet adapters and adjusters, about how much you looking depending on these kits?
This whole kit for the whole setup, the whole car, you're looking at $599.95.
Sweet.
So
That's not bad at all, spring
Yeah.
kit and all that billet.
And I will tell you, it is a 90% gain in ride quality just by doing the setup. It's night and day difference over, I mean, these things aren't going through whoops or doing anything crazy like that, but small chop and chatter, woods roads, fire roads, stuff like that.
All your accessories,
It's
everything.
impressive, yeah. So
Steve, what do you got?
worth it.
Mitch, if I wanted something like that, where would I go?
A plug? Just kidding. These are actually on the site right now too. This is all available for all the Ranger stuff. Shocktherapyusa.com.
Boom.
There it is.
It's on the site. Give you guys a couple things to watch just so you can order the spring kit as well. Kind of walk you through how to do it. But it is live. It's ready to go. So pick yours up today.
And you know what? Thanks. That was a pretty good ad right there. This whole thing looks like it's going to be an ad unless you guys start asking some questions. I'm just saying. Mitch, you have more stuff though, right down here.
Yeah.
What do you got going on there?
Yeah. This is pretty cool. I don't have a card to show you guys, but basically these 4 shocks right here. This is a Frankenstein set of RC2s that are going to be available for the General XP1000 that are only offered in walkers as of right now.
So let me describe Frankenstein. That's us taking shocks that don't exist on a vehicle and taking some shocks that do exist, cutting them down, machining them, longer shafts, different things that we'll do inside the shop to make a set of shocks work with all the clocking, seal head changes, reservoir positioning to allow it to work in a vehicle that has never had an aftermarket set.
Yeah.
So this is the first set right here in existence, and this one is Defender, did you say?
That's the General XP.
This one's General XP.
Yep.
Those are
Those
Defender.
are Defenders.
Which ones again?
Those are the
point that out.
These are all of the HD10s. So I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the Defender shocks coming from Fox is going to only be for the HD10s.
At the moment.
At the moment, yeah. So all of your limiteds, your limited, the North Star, I believe. Or no, that's a Ranger. There's another model of Defender that these are going to work on as well. But basically every single HD10, we're going to have a Fox shock that is sprung and valve from us that we're going to be able to offer for those too.
Steve, how much are these kits?
Those are $13.50 a piece, which would bring your grand total to $27.99.
That's
And you can
$13.50 a pair.
a pair.
set,
Sorry,
right?
yes, a pair, which would be $27.99.
Got it. Brand new sets of Fox shocks for these vehicles coming very soon. You said
Yes.
90 sets coming in the next few days, right?
They are shipping today and tomorrow, so we should see them late next week, early when we get back from the dunes.
And more models coming every single week. We've been knocking this stuff out like crazy. Mitch has been super busy in between all the other events and stuff that we've been doing, knocking this stuff out. Dunes. You mentioned the dunes. What are we doing in the dunes, Steve?
We are going to be out there for President's Day, ladies and gentlemen, and I think we are fully booked, but always come by and say hi and see if we have any openings. We will be there. We leave next Wednesday, which is the 16th? No?
You got me on that one. I don't know.
You said 16th with so much confidence.
Sure. We're leaving next Wednesday, the 16th. That is of February, and then we come back Monday, the 21st.
Small mouth.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be out there slaying and filleting like we always do. So come by, say hi. We're going to have a bunch of product out there. We will have the merchandise semi as well. So come on by.
One thing that you don't want to do is ever come by, buy a spring kit, go back to your camp, leave the spring kit on the tailgate, get it stolen, come back to us, buy another spring kit, and then dispute the charge.
Fraud!
Just saying. People do things like that, and I'm about to name names soon if you don't come back and take care of your bill. Just saying.
Not cool.
What do we got over here behind us? I'm thinking.
It's a Pro XP, Justin.
Yes, sir. What's this Pro XP getting, Steve? Let's
This
walk
Pro-
around our customers' cars.
This Pro XP is getting valving, springs, and front limit straps.
Excellent. Next, XP.
This is a Turbo S, Justin, and this Turbo S already had our spring kit, but you know what he's doing? He's doing valving, a new tube upgrade. He is doing radius rods and rebuilds.
So if you've done spring kits, a lot of our customers just do spring kits, and they're like, why do I need to do the internals? It's just going to ride that much better, and this customer has had a chance to drive on springs, which are a giant change for the better, and decided I just want more of the same. I'm going to get all the inside done too. Now it's going to ride badass, especially with the new tube designs that we've been just really knocking out lately. We've gone back to a lot of models and revisited the tunes, designed some different bypass stuff, and we're starting to upgrade that. So if you guys are starting to get up in the mileage range of like 3,500 miles on your UTV and your shocks are ready for rebuilds, remember, if we've already been inside of them, you can bring them back, and the upgrades to the new tunes are going to be free. If there's a change in components, you might have parts to buy, but the tune is a free upgrade, right, Mitch?
Nope, absolutely wrong, Justin. And we're
Okay, what's the verbiage? What's the verbiage that we use?
So
It's
any
a specific
update,
word.
Any update is free.
Okay.
An upgrade. So the tube would be an upgrade. The upgrade is $400. It's $100 a tube. That is just the same across the board for an X3. Basically, any bypass tube shock, it is $100 a shock.
So update would be valving and
Update
things
is
like
free.
that.
Yes, any
Yeah.
update is free, and upgrade
Upgrade
will
would be
cost you a
components.
little bit of money. Yes.
See, I was saying components cost money, right?
Ish.
You got any questions, Mitch, besides me screwing up pricing?
Our buddy Shane Skelton is in the live feed right
What's
now.
up, Shane? What's up, bro?
And he made a comment. He didn't ask a question, but he said, I heard Steve can drive.
Oh, this is true. Steve is an excellent driver.
Wow, Shane.
You want to tell everybody about your
Sorry.
driving experience in the dunes the other day?
So I will say this.
He kickflipped a razor.
Yeah, I did a tray flip. So we were out there filming for something, which I don't know if I can mention. We were out there filming for something.
TV show.
Okay, there we go. We were filming for a TV show. And we'll just say I ran out of talent. But no, we were going dooning, and I ended up flipping Justin's razor 3 times. His Pro R to be exact. I just came over a lip and whatever. So I'll just never drive again. I retired my helmet. I'm no longer driving anymore, guys. I'm done.
Oh shit! You're driving. You're going back to the dunes, Steve.
No, I'm going back
You're
to the
going
dunes.
to
I just
be
won't be
in the
driving.
dunes.
But anyways, yeah. So
I'm not letting you quit.
I wrecked Justin's Pro R, but it was all good. It was it's salvageable. He was talking about putting like a turbo on, and the plastics had to come off anyway. So I did that for him.
You were just helping me out.
I was helping him out. I was preemptively helping. But yeah,
Well, the
I ran
wreck
out of
clearly
talent.
knocked some sense into you.
Ran out
That's
of
for
talent.
sure. Maybe not. How about the car behind you? We'll let you off the hook
Thanks,
really quick.
Shane.
Another Turbo S.
Turbo S getting valving springs, front and rear links, and I believe front limit straps as well.
That's a pretty good package. How about the Can-Am next
Did you
to
just
it?
tell me you have a nice package,
You
Justin?
do, Steve. I've seen it. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Nice and tight.
X3 is getting valving springs, IQS, front links, front sway bar, bump steered elite kit, and radius rods with a TLS kit.
Pretty much full package. And if you guys haven't seen how some of this stuff gets done, when we start playing with front bump steered elite kits and any tie rod installations, then we're going to cycle the suspension from extension to full compression and check all the toe. And that's what these are, is kind of an alignment plate for the guys to check toe throughout it. And we'll make adjustments on those spacers to zero that out as much as we can. Of course, because it's green, you got another Cowie. What's this one getting, Steve?
KRX getting valving and springs with some rebuilds. He's got about 2,000 miles on the car.
What's happening with the General?
The General, Justin, let's just go down the list, shan't we? We are getting valving springs and rebuilds.
Do you know what this customer is doing with his General? Where
yes,
is he at?
he is, I don't remember the location, but he does a lot of rocky trails, rock crawling, and hunting.
Yeah, I see all the bracketry in the back.
Yeah, so he does a lot of that. A lot of slow speed stuff, so we end up plushing up his ride quite a bit.
Awesome. Perfect question about rebuilds, Steve.
Can't wait.
He
Yes,
says,
if you flip your car, you should get your shocks rebuilt.
Steve's still wound up.
Can't wait. Thanks, Shane.
Shane also did say something else too. I'm sorry. I will. He said, "Keep ripping, Steve. Get back on the horse."
That's right. Get on the horse.
But the question is, hello, Perfect Live. I have a question. How often and after how many kilometers to change the oil and the dampening on the Can-Am Maverick X3?
So if we're talking in kilometers, I am American. I do not know what kilometers are, but as far as miles go, we recommend 2,500 to 3,000 miles, which would roughly be about 4,000 kilometers, right? Yeah, about 4,000 kilometers. But 2,500 to 3,000 miles, we recommend getting them freshened up and looked at. If you see anything before that, obviously give us a call. Let's get it checked out. Don't let it sit.
I like the kilometers. I think we're going to have
Kilometers?
to go. Yeah,
Kilometers.
in kilograms instead of pounds. Honestly, I think it makes it sound smarter.
Kilograms, yeah.
There's a couple questions about no KOH this year.
Well, we're there, but we didn't race it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they meant.
I don't either. It just says no KOH this year, ?
Well, so we actually have our merchandise trailer is out there. We're in the middle of Hammertown. Actually, it's kind of on the north side of Hammertown, just off the center where the TV screens are. Also, there's a Fox trailer over there, too. You can go talk to those guys and go over and give our guys some shit at the trailer. But they've been doing really well and super busy. We didn't race KOH this year, mainly because we had a ton of other stuff going on, and we actually aren't going to be racing the Golden State 250 this month. We're going to skip that and go straight to the Mint and then San Felipe 250. So if you're talking about racing, that's why we weren't there. Steve, you were about to say something.
Yeah, no, just got a bunch of shout-outs on here, Justin. Outlaw Desert Racing said, thank you for the continuous contribution to the off-road community. Also, Sean Maple said he just did a 700-mile loop of the Arizona Peace Trail, and he's got all of our stuff on his X3, and he loved it.
Peace Trail runs pretty awesome. That's actually a bitchin' thing to do. I haven't done it myself. I really want to, but I know a lot of guys who have, and they've all said the same thing. It's worth doing. So if you get a chance to, I would definitely try that. We're just going to keep on walking around the shop, see what everybody else is doing.
Just another question on here. Pro R tie rod kit release. Someone said that a little birdie told them that we're working on it.
Yes. Mitch, do you have any secret parts we can pull out and show everybody as a teaser right now?
I can go grab them.
You have them on your bench?
I do not have them on my bench, but
are they plated and done?
They're in a secret location, and yes, I can go get them.
You know what? Can you grab a couple real quick, and then we'll talk about that?
Can I give a testimonial? They do really well in rolls. They do hold up pretty good. So I will say, from experience, our tie rod and pin kit is extremely well.
We should put that in the advertising right on the tie rod package, Steve. It's been, tested and rolled by
Tube Sock approved.
By Tube Sock.
Tube Sock approved.
For sure. While Mitch grabs some of those parts, yes, the little birdie is actually correct. We have been working on a tie rod kit for some time. We were just putting a ton of miles on it, and the last of our testing is done because we had that tie rod kit on a bunch of racers at KOH. You're pretty much not going to beat on tie rod components any worse than at KOH hitting big boulders at speed. And the tie rod stuff performed amazing. Our tie rod kits have a lot of custom components in them that we had to design from scratch and make. Mitch has one in his hands, and that is the outer rod end on the tie rod.
This was probably the most difficult part, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty much designing this.
And it looks simple now that it's done, right? But you guys, this gets a 3/4 inch uniball pressed into it. So this is a massive joint. But some of the cool things about it is that it's not a straight offset. Compared to the bottom of this, normal rod ends are going to come straight out. This is offset higher and with an angle in it, and that allows the tie rod kit on the suspension to cycle full droop and fully turned one way or the other without having any binding issues in a larger uniball. Larger uniball, stronger, obviously, doesn't wear out, doesn't squeak, doesn't have issues, and all the stuff we make in house. Also, Mitch has got in his hand inner clevis. So this clevis goes to the rack and pinion on the Pro R and Turbo R, and that replaces the factory socket joint basically, and allows us to run a 5/8 rod end. The cool thing about this is, well, many things actually, but it's high carbon steel, it's heat treated, it is self-clocking, so you see these straight machine lines in the back. When you bolt it to the rack, it clocks in exactly the right spot so that the rod end is cycled correctly, and it's also accurate geometrically. So the location of this pivot point, as you know, we're pretty crazy about geometry and having no bump steer. This right here allows you to do that. We also have adjustability in the outer joint, just like all of the other BSD pin kits that we offer. We have an adjustable pin kit that is larger in diameter than the factory outer joint, ball joint tapered pin style, larger in diameter and higher grade material and heat treated. So it's an indestructible system that doesn't have any bump steer, geometrically correct. There isn't a kit on the market that can say that. There isn't. All of the stuff that we've tested, we've seen 4 and 5 inch bump steer numbers, and we're seeing guys break some stuff. And we had a lot of these kits out at KOH, 0 failures. We've had it on our vehicles for thousands of miles, 0 failures, and we're going, right now production has already started and we're just starting to get parts back. So I think we're only a couple weeks away from that actually dropping.
We're hoping for the end of the month.
End of the month.
Yeah.
Well, we should be able, that's not bad at all. So a couple of weeks.
That's
right?
the goal. So
also, you can see everybody in the kitting areas bulking up on all our new products. Some of that stuff is brand new that you haven't seen, and some of it is our tried and true that we're just restocking up. But that's a never-ending process around here. As you can see, looking to my left or your right, we always have a ton of inventory in place so that when you place an order, we can ship it right away. At least that's our goal. It doesn't always happen, but we try and keep up. Mitch or Steve, you guys got more questions while we're over in inventory?
I have a question for Steve, actually.
Great, can't wait.
Kevin5 Custom said, Steve was looking into some rear sway bar links for the high clearance arms that have internal setup for the sway bar links on my car. I think he forgot about it.
Steve definitely forgot about that. Super ATV arms, I think. Yeah, I have a sway bar link that'll work for that. Yeah,
We'll get you dialed.
we'll get you dialed. Send me an email, steve@shocktherapist.com.
There you go.
J-Bell Racing wants to know, what would you recommend for tire pressure and shock setting for Ultra 4 style racing? It's all very all-around racing style.
Well, so if it's just rock crawling, it's going to be a completely different setup than desert. And if you're running desert and rock crawling, like a lot of the KOH stuff is, you kind of have to run a setup that's in the middle of the two. Usually you're going to run a taller tire, 35s-ish, and a lower air pressure so that you've got traction over a bigger boulder. We normally would race desert racing at like 22 to 26 pounds. You'd probably run 14 to 18 pounds, depending on the tire in any rock crawling stuff. Shock setup is going to be a bit on the soft side because you want to have independence. You're going to want to have a wheel and tire go all the way up into one fender. You're pretty much slower when you're in the rocks unless you're one of the guys that actually is racing it and trying to break that car, which if you've seen any of the videos lately, you see those guys are not slow in any of it. But usually it's a little bit softer setting when it comes to compression and rebound. A lot of the racers want to keep ride height as high as possible. They'll raise the car if it's just going to be rocks, but then you're really taking some negative in the desert by doing that. So it just depends on how much you're doing. Mitch.
Cody wants to know, Justin, doing my first race in a couple months, any tips? It's a 200-mile desert race of 50-mile laps, and I'll have a day of pre-running the day before.
Yes, I would recommend that you take a large piss before you start the race. Another thing that is really, really important when it comes to that stuff, you know, they make a catheter kit basically for you to piss in a tube. For that many miles, you're not going to want to piss your pants the whole race. I would suggest you look into that. If you're pre-running, you're going to get a really good feel for everything that's there, so you can set the suspension up a little bit, maybe change some of the adjusters, play with air pressure. But typically in desert racing, you're going to want air pressure as high, so keep that in mind, 22 and up. That way you don't squish a sidewall at high speed into a rock and blow a reel up, or flatten the tire, pinch the sidewall. Other things that I would suggest, be patient. Don't go out there and pin it because it's a race and get excited and overdrive the car for the first 15 miles. Let it settle in. Go 15, 30 minutes of, relax, don't wreck the thing kind of pace. And then once you're chill and you your heart rate is dropped just a little bit, then drive to your ability. Don't drive over your head. It's better to finish the race without breaking it and rolling it than driving over your head and having the opposite happen. So that would be my suggestion, especially your first race.
Excellent.
Yep,
advice.
it's better to to not do that, Justin. You are correct.
Yeah, ask Steve. He'll tell you all about it.
Yep, I got plenty of experience with that. And anyways, a lot of people are asking about, did you see the Speed UTV break at King of the Hammers? Which I have something to say about that because I don't feel like that's very fair because there were multiple different brands that were breaking. And King of the Hammers is its own beast, right? So it's not very fair to just pinpoint the Speed UTV breaking. I don't, as much as I like to poke the bear.
You like to poke it.
I like to poke the bear. I don't feel like that's a fair assessment.
I agree with you, too. You know, every car breaks, but, you know, he's out there taking production cars and sending it. I think that's super commendable. I mean, you don't see Polaris or Can-Am taking a pre-production car to an off-road race in public eye and run the thing pinned. You know, they've got a lot more time on them before they let anybody see that stuff. So you got to give them credit with that. What I heard was that it just had starter issues, and that was the reason why they were pull starting the car. They had some other little things, but nothing that was a major, you know, concern. And they'll get that figured out. You know, Robbie's not a dummy, and he'll be on top of it real quick. We'll see. Mitch, got any questions?
Duramax John wants to know, when will you have high clearance X3 radius rods?
Good one actually.
2 months.
It's always 2 months.
2 months.
We'll have tubular or chromoly high clearance here pretty quick. We're working on billet ones, but it's going to be a little bit. It's going to take us about a month to finish the design, a month to build them and test them, and another month to package it. So at least 2 or 3. On
2024, they'll be on the
on
website.
billet radius rods, but we are working on them. It's not just a figment of our idea imaginations.
Are you doing international shipping? Israel?
Yeah, we do. We have actually lots of customers in Israel. Dom's not with us right now, but he can name them off. We might have dealers in Israel that you can go to and save the shipping if you want to. But if you want, email Dom at shocktherapist.com. That's DOM, and he will let you know who's in Israel for a dealer. What else you guys got? You got any other products you want to talk about? If not, then we can get the heck out of here and go back to work.
I am wearing a new hat.
Ooh, yes. Tell us about this new
That's
hat.
true.
This is a brand new shock therapy hat, which I believe we're releasing a couple of them.
We're going to be releasing three specifically. 3 brand new hats.
Leather patch. It's
They
bitchin'.
will be coming to fruition, and I would say probably at the end of this month. End of this month, beginning of March.
Yep.
But Mitch was saying he found a new favorite hat, so he's not going to rep anybody else on the videos anymore.
Nope.
That's
Yeah.
big.
Very,
Thank God.
very picky about my hats. So there's that. But
Yeah, it'll be on your head for years.
Yep.
Watch.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, rapid fire, bang, bang, done.
New knee height tube socks, Steve.
New what?
Knee high?
New knee high tube socks, Steve.
These new? Always new. I always got to keep it fresh.
Are we making new ones?
Justin, am I able to make new ones?
Yeah, of course.
Then
You can
yes,
do whatever
I
you
will.
want,
I'll
Steve.
design the second sock coming to you 2025.
Second sock. Say that 10 times fast.
Second sock.
Yeah.
There's a couple other things that we're working on, but I don't think we should spill the beans.
We
All right,
should
we'll hold
not.
that for the next time. We'll drop 2 or 3 Spring Kit products next week, and then we'll go from there. Anything else?
Nah,
Let's
I just got dits in my head, so we're gonna go.
Ditties?
Ditties. All right, guys.
Which is dad tits.
That's it.
It is
That video might drop soon.
Trademark on Ditties, Steve.
I did get the domain name.
All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Steve, take you out here.
All right, guys. If you're looking to buy anything from us, please visit our website, www.shocktherapyusa.com. Or if you got any questions, give us a call, 623-217-4955.